Toastmaster of the day, for the nice and kind words for the introduction. Before I begin, I just have a question. Do we have anybody over here who's a vegetarian? No?
No.
Great. You're going to enjoy
Non-veg. Non-veg.
Assalamu alaikum. Very good evening to respected guests and fellow Toastmasters. Today, I did research that I want to present is about diet. Before I go there, I want to tell you why I chose this topic. There is a background of it. I'm a very shopaholic person. I do love shopping. While shopping, I realized that I was a 32-inch waist. I was a small size shirt. And gradually, when I came to Qatar, I started to put on weight. I reached from small size to XL, and I reached from 32 waist to 42. That's when I realized I need to do something about it. This is how I looked. So I finally decided I had two options. Either I start doing regular exercise, I go to gym, or I follow a diet plan. Now, being the person I am, I'm not very punctual. I am lazy at times. I have a hectic work routine, and I love my friends and family. I want to spend more time with them. I could not go to gym. So I researched a lot, and I started following a diet called Keto Diet. This is how I look now. I'm here. Now, the diet in 1920s, there was a study done after a lot of food starvation that they find out that due to food starvation, seizure activity stopped. Later on, they introduced it in a way that drastically they dropped down on carbs, and they achieved ketosis. Now, initially it was used for the treatment of epilepsy, and later on, when they discovered the anticonvulsants, this diet eventually died. Very recently, this diet came up again. Why? Because it works wonders. What this ketosis actually means? Ketosis is actually the survival system or mechanism of our body during food starvation. So in order to induce ketosis, there are two ways. Either you do fasting or you reduce the intake of carbs as low as 20 grams a day. So how I started it, I stopped eating carbs. In 3 to 4 days, my body went into the mode of ketosis, which actually means this is a normal diet. The body takes energy in a normal diet from carbs, which is the major portion, and a lot of carbs are consumed for producing energy. With carbs, we also eat fats and protein. But in ketosis or in keto diet, we reverse the process. We stop giving carbs to our body, we reduce this drastically, and we give a lot of fats to the body. So the fats that are already stored in the body starts getting melting down, because that's what is stored in the body. And we eat considerably or enough amount of carbs and protein. Now, maybe a lot of you are not very familiar with carbs and proteins, so I'll just go quickly about it. Proteins are fish, lean meat, eggs, some amount of nuts. Fats, this is what I usually eat every day a lot. I eat creams, mayonnaise, butter, cheese, avocados, creams, and I take some carbs. Now there are good carbs and bad carbs, but I won't go into detail. in keto diet, I eat broccolis, raspberries, strawberries, I eat mushroom, tomatoes, but I don't eat sugar, I don't eat rice, anything made of white flour, it's bread, cakes, sweets, a big no-no to chocolates, ice creams, yeah? So now, this is a very good diagram to explain how it works. So you put all the fats, including butter and cheese, as I explained before, with some amount of meat, fish, even chicken, and you add a less amount of carbs, especially the green ones, or raspberries and blueberries. Eventually, why keto diet works and why I chose it. Number one, the blood and the sugar control. That's amazing in this diet as compared to all the low carbs or intermittent diet or many other diets. Secondly, your blood profile becomes better and better with time. Third is it reduces blood pressure for people and it increases the HDL, which is very good. But my favorite is the dishes that you can eat in keto diet. It's auspicious diet when it comes to the flavors. Many diets are not very tasty. There are, in every diet, there are some advantages and disadvantages. The disadvantages that I face and normally people you will find with keto diet is that it's extremely restrictive. You have to kill the temptation of carbs, especially sugar. Second is it's difficult to travel with. I love traveling. I travel a lot. But travel and being on a ketogenic diet, it's very difficult. You can't just go and have a keto restaurant anywhere. So you have to, negotiate on it. Thirdly is isolation. I can't hang out anymore with him. He's getting fatty and getting slimmer because he eats carbs and I don't. Sorry about that. But this is how it is. Like you're invited to a dinner and it's full of carbs. They are serving you biryani and mandi and all these things, and I just want to eat the meat out of it. Yeah, doesn't make sense. And the last one is it's not a long-term solution. We have to come back to low-carb diets eventually, but this helps. Side effects, yes, it has some side effects. The GI issues are during it depends on your body, by the way. Some people have extreme constipation in the beginning. Some people just give up and they have diarrhea. Fatigue and headache starts because you're changing the fuel of your body. You're giving it something which is not used to, so it's natural. Your body would react to it. Possibly nutrition deficiencies, not in my age, maybe later on. And medical complication if there are some refeeding syndrome, but not very significant. Okay, is it medically verified? Is it something good? Is it that you should be worried about? There are 3 ways that you can do. When your body is on ketosis, it releases ketones. And you can test ketones by urine strips. They are very cheap. Or you can do blood tests, which are in Qatar expensive, and it's a fatigue to go and do a blood test and check. And the last one is a breath test. There are machines available, it's not that expensive and you can use it for a very long time. So these are the 3 ways that you can test even if you are medically not very happy about the diet. So this is how I was and this is how I look in one picture. The story is an 1.5 years old and this is how I ended up with keto. Thank you.